Royal Botanical Gardens is Canada's largest, with over 2,400 acres of gardens and nature sanctuary that spans Hamilton and Burlington, Ontario. Royal Botanical Gardens is located at the western tip of Lake Ontario. Four distinct formal gardens are contained, with 1,100 hectares of nature reserve nestled into the slopes of Niagara Escarpment World Biosphere Region. The beginning of Royal Botanical Gardens goes back even further to 1917, when the city of Hamilton, in search of improvement projects to beautify the city, identified Burlington Heights as the grand entranceway. King George V approves the name Royal for Hamilton's planned botanical garden, and by 1932, the abandoned gravel pit is transformed into the magnificent rock garden, later considered by many the garden's birthplace. In 1941, the province of Ontario separates the land from the city of Hamilton and makes it a not for profit organization. In 2015, the single biggest capital project in RBG history is completed with the rejuvenation of the historic Rock Garden, renamed David Brelly and Nancy Gordon Rock Garden for local community champions and philanthropists. The rock garden features a year-round perennial display, conifer display, and a tranquil waterfall illuminated at night. The descent into the bowl is guided by contemporary signage and wayfinding that provides barrier-free entry points. A dramatic new watercourse starts with a new fountain featuring water spilling from a rock face in the entry courtyard. In the transition from the elevated tablelands, water and visitor circulation complement each other in the reading of the site. The forested rock walls provide a dramatic three-dimensional backdrop which reinforces the sublime sensory experiences in this very earthly garden. The water then flows under arched bridges and meandering in a man-made channel. As with the placement, range, and scope of the plantings, the presence of water is integrated with new technologies available in lighting and sound. The pool basins are made of shotcrete with stone coping, porcelain tile cladding, and decorative black pebble bottom. RBG has established a national and international reputation as a living museum for science, a connecting point for children in their early embrace of nature, and creating a lifelong appreciation of the outdoors that extends through generations. This is Canada's largest botanical garden and includes some of the largest flower gardens in the world, endless trails, and dazzling year-round events and programming. Their mandate to bring people, plants, and nature together has won this attraction a huge following and many repeat visitors like me. The RBG has their own calendar of annual events, including floral society shows, bloom festivals coinciding with bloom dates, and seasonal brunches like Valentine's Day, Easter, Mother's Day, and other notable events include winter exhibit, which is like between January and April, then plant fair end of April, garden music nights like jazz and blues on Wednesdays, country and roots on Tuesdays, and it's from June to August. And then Enchanted Garden, August long weekend, Great Pumpkin Trail during the month of October, Tea Festival in early November, and then Fest of Ales in late November, and holiday traditions November to early January. You can also book a 2-hour guided tour as well, and you can even book a private rental at the RBG for events like weddings, birthdays, parties, and corporate functions. Water features are always a popular feature of the garden's lower bowl. Water features have been enhanced to create synergy with surrounding vegetation, meandering throughout the garden landscape and captivating the senses. In the summer months, lotus flowers grow within the winding waters and they look extremely beautiful. The garden has an award winning state of the art facility to welcome its visitors. The center operates as the main entrance to the garden and houses a fully operational restaurant and conference facility that accommodates up to 130 people for weddings, corporate events, and private functions. The center also features a lookout deck and patio that provides guests with an optimal view of the garden's lower bowl. Don't forget the tree mindfulness walk. This 750-meter walk around the garden offers 8 stations that provide guidance for a few moments of tree focused mindfulness. Self guided signs invite you to take time to slow down, focus on the present, and connect with your senses, your breathing, and trees. The Rock Garden embraces sustainable trends in garden design and management while respecting the integrity of its heritage setting. It incorporates a best practices approach to plant selection, design, and management, including pollinator friendly plants, species native to Ontario, and a broad representation of drought tolerant perennials that provide wide sweeps of color and texture through the seasons. The rock garden allows RBG to do more with less water, less upheaval of the soil, and less human power, plant waste, and carbon emissions spent on seasonal changeouts of over 150,000 bulbs and annuals. The garden opens at 10 a.m. and closes at 5 p.m., with last admission at 4 p.m. There is a large parking area across the street from the garden. The Rock Garden Bistro features a French inspired menu with a garden flair that boasts fresh, locally sourced ingredients, many picked straight from their gardens. The bistro's outdoor patio provides an inspiring bird's eye view of the garden's rejuvenated lower bowl, a perfect spot to relax. Reservations are highly recommended, especially on weekends. Walk ins accepted based on the availability. Other than the rock garden at RBG, you can also visit Henry Park, Laking Garden, Arboretum. They are all part of Royal Botanical Gardens. RBG's nature sanctuaries feature more than 27 kilometers of nature trails in Burlington and Hamilton. There are 4 main trailheads as well as 2 canoe launch sites. The trails traverse challenging landscapes and, as such, are classed as wilderness trails, with most trails containing hill sections with steep grades.